So what is up, guys? This is Nick here from Everything Tech. Do you have a 16 gigabyte iPhone? Well, I'm sure you do, and that's why you clicked on this video. And basically in this video, what we're going to do is talk about how to optimize a 16 gigabyte iPhone so you can get away with using one of these low storage iPhones. Apple should really find a way to come out with the 32 gigabyte as the standard model, because personally, I feel like they are just ripping people off with the 16 gig. Let me know your comments down below in the comment section. And let's get into that right now, guys. Let's go. Alright guys, hopping right in, you're going to go into settings and you're going to see that my iPhone is a 16 gigabyte model just to verify. So out of the box, capacity is 11.8 gigabytes, available 4.2. Basically, this is all I have on there: 7 songs, 14 videos, 37 photos, and 32 applications, and I only have 4.2 gigabytes left, and that is pretty ridiculous from my perspective. I don't have that much on my iPhone, as you can see, because there's not that much that you can put on a 16 gigabyte iPhone. But how do I get away with using one? And the first tip is going to be that you are going to want to have a unlimited cloud storage photo app. Basically, you can go ahead and type in Google Photos. I already have this installed, but I'm gonna try to type this behind the camera. Google Photos. And you're gonna have a Gmail account, and you wanna get this, and you get basically unlimited storage on cloud storage photos. So that's a great way. But you can also get something like Amazon Photos as well. Amazon Photos. You do need a Prime subscription for this, but this is also free storage for photos as well. Cloud storage, as you can see, it has a 5-star rating just about. And also there are many others, such as OneDrive. Let's see, OneDrive. This is from Microsoft. You can also use this cloud storage app. Also, you have the built-in one from Apple, but they don't give you that much storage out of the box for iCloud. So you have the built-in iCloud right here. So you see only 3.1 gigabytes, and you have to pay for more. So that's why I recommend going ahead and getting Google Photos. So that's the first tip, basically, is to have a cloud storage app. All right, guys, for this next tip, please go into settings and go down until you see photos and camera. So basically, you're gonna wanna scroll down, and under, let's see, right where it says music videos, photos and cameras, you're gonna wanna go down until you get to, let's see, the camera section. You're gonna hit where it says record video, and you want to turn this to 720p. Basically, that's going to save you lots of space. You can see 60 megabytes with 720p and 130 megabytes. So that's going to save you on the video. Yes, it's not going to be quite as sharp, but it's still going to get the job done overall. The way that I save space on my iPhone 5S as 16 gigabyte is I go into the photos, and after I take all my photos, I delete all of them. So I delete them, but they're not quite deleted totally. So what I do is go to I go to albums, and you're gonna see all these photos in the albums, but recently deleted, those are the ones that are still not deleted. So you're gonna wanna go in there and delete all of those, and that should save you a ton of space there. So basically, you're gonna wanna clean out your photos. Use the regular camera and the photo stuff at first, clean it out, send it over to a cloud storage app. Well, actually, you might wanna send it to the cloud storage app first, then clean it out. But basically, that's gonna save you the most amount of space. Also, you're gonna want to basically not have too many games on your iPhone. This is one pitfall of a smaller iPhone, is the games. You're gonna keep it to a minimum of 3 to 5 maybe games. Just find your favorite games, your most valuable games, and just put those on your iPhone and call it a day, because you're not really gonna want to have tons of games, or your storage will be eating down really quickly. But I do recommend, if you want to have a lot of games, to get casual lower space games such as these two, like Jetpack Joyride, Subway Surfers, Temple Run, Crossy Road, all those smaller hit titles, Candy Crush, all those kind of things, Angry Birds. Those are all small megabytes, so you can have a ton of those little casual games. But we're talking about the high graphic games such as Infinity Blade, Real Racing 3, those type of games take up a ton of space. So for those, you might want to pick a few here and there. All right, guys, another way that we're going to optimize our storage is we're going to head into settings, and we're going to type in the search bar storage. So when we type in storage right here, we're going to go into storage and iCloud usage, and we're going to go under storage and hit manage storage, and we're going to see what is taking up most of the space right here. And we're gonna try to go into that app and try to clear out as much as we can. So you can't clear from right there, but if you go into the app, you can delete some of the things out of that, application itself. Or also what I do is sometimes I just delete the app and reinstall it, because that automatically clears the cache from the application itself. So that's another thing I do to manage storage on my iPhone 16 gigabyte. The thing that you can do to manage space on your iPhone is clear out some of the Apple applications. So some of them are deletable from out of the box. So if you can try to delete as many Apple bloatware when you first get your iPhone or when it's freshly installed OS so you don't have any apps on it, go ahead and delete as many as you can there. Also, try to delete some of the things in iBooks, some of your old books you don't use, as well as delete some of the old videos in your videos and some reminders in here. So yes, it kind of doesn't, it's not very practical, but if you use cloud storage based apps such as, Google Keep, Evernote, Apple Notes, even Apple Notes take up some storage, but if you use cloud based note-taking applications to keep your stuff in the cloud, basically the cloud is just internet storage, you won't use as much space on your iPhone in that way as well. Stream these days. So yeah, don't download music and keep it on your phone. If you want to download some music, just keep it limited, keep your songs to a minimum. I would say no more than 50 to 100 songs, because you're gonna really start eating up storage, as most songs are about 3 megs per song. So yeah, that's another way that I save storage, is just streaming. And that's pretty much how I optimize and survive on a 16 gigabyte iPhone. I also, do regular maintenance, like keep cleaning out the photos all the time. I mean, it's kind of a hassle, but you got to do what you got to do. And I delete apps that I find that are not very useful, probably once a week, to keep it, just enough storage to do what I want when I want. So if you keep it maintained, you can get away with using a 16 gigabyte iPhone. I would say that's the biggest thing about a 16 gigabyte iPhone, is it requires maintenance, whereas a 64 or 128 gig, you can kind of go bonanza and just do whatever you want on those models. Hence why they cost a lot more, although they shouldn't cost 100 more, because you can get a Samsung Galaxy phone, get a micro SD card that only costs about $10, and it's get the same amount of storage that you would get on an iPhone. But you know what? That's what Apple likes to do. That's the facts of the Apple world. If you don't like it, then don't get an Apple device. But that's basically how you'll get away, from my perspective and how I use my iPhone. That's how I get away with using a 16 gigabyte iPhone. If you have any tips and suggestions or tricks, go ahead, leave them down in the comments down below, as people like to read those, and it will help everybody out on this channel, as we're all a team over here. And if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead, hit that thumbs up down below. Subscribe for more technology videos, and I will catch you all in the next episode, guys. Peace.